We got to talk about this. Have you ever watched the show The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? A lot of scandal on this show. I've watched it before. Yeah, a lot of scandal, a lot of drama, and anybody that's watched it, you may remember the name, and it may sound familiar to you. Taylor Frankie Paul. She's 31. She was also known as Mom TikTok. There was a scandal on the show about were they swingers? I think there was a miscarriage, and then she broke up with Dakota, who I believe that was considered to be her husband on the show, if I'm not mistaken. And now she's going to be the new Bachelorette. So people are talking about it, which premieres in 2026.
So she went from Mormon wife to now being the Bachelorette.
Yes.
Only in America, guys.
But you know what? I feel like with these reality shows, they pick people with these kind of storylines because it draws you in and makes you want to watch, right? Because now that you've heard all of that, or even if you know who she is, you're more apt to watch.
I'm already invested.
And you want to watch?
I'm already invested.
I want to watch it too. I want to see what happens on the show. And I think, you know, as we watch, do you watch any reality TV?
No, I actually don't.
Okay, I watch a lot of reality TV, especially like the ones with like a lot of the ladies, like I always say it on the show, the Real Housewives series. I love those because I watch it. I like to see the fashion. You know, they're wearing like $20,000 coats. I'm never going to buy a $20,000 coat. So
you can live vicariously.
Yeah, it's just cool to watch. So I think that a lot of these ladies that they're picking now have storylines that have played out in social media specifically, or they have a huge social media following, and they believe that will carry over to the show to get the ratings up. So I think you're reading some more, and you're like, whoa, your mouth is open.
That it got an Emmy.
Oh, what?
It got an Emmy
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives got an Emmy?
That's what it says.
Wow. Yeah. The Hulu reality show recently earned its first Emmy.
You know what? Like, it's one of those things where the topic is one thing, but the editing and the storytelling and the narrative, you know, so these things are, I think one of the reasons they're so addictive for a lot of people is that the storytelling teams that are editing these things down, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
They really do.
And I also think that, let's be honest, they say it's reality, but is it really? That stuff is staged. You know, when they know you don't like so-and-so, and all of a sudden you're having lunch with your mom, and so-and-so walks in, they clearly have staged.
It's like, okay, you watch more reality TV than I do. If there was a pie chart, 2 categories on the pie chart, staged versus real, how would you break that down in terms of percentage? Is it like 80% staged and the last 20 is real, 90-10, 50-50? What would you say?
I would say when it first started, maybe it was more 80% real, 20% faux. But I think now it's probably more 60% real, 40% fake. So that's kind of where I lean. Like, for example, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know you've never watched it, but when it first came out, there was a television station that went back to see where, I don't know if they did it with every character, but I know they did it with the main character, to see that they really live in that home. Because, you know, they show this big, huge house, and they went back, and the home was a rental. So that's what I'm saying. Like, some of this stuff is fake, you know.
And that example you just brought up where you're out to dinner with your mother-in-law and so-and-so walks by. Is it one of those things where they stage the entire so-and-so walks by, but then what unfolds after that, that's all authentic?
You know, I think they probably know that you're going to have lunch with mom or your mother-in-law, and they know you don't like, let's give a name, Linda, and Linda walks in. I think you have no idea Linda's coming.
Okay.
So I think
that is authentic. Okay.
I think that is that is an authentic experience, but they knew. Production had to know Linda was walking in because Linda has a microphone. Linda has on makeup, you know, so I mean, I think they know that part, and I think what happens after that is probably organic. I do think there are times where maybe that salacious confrontation didn't go the way that they thought, and so they're like, wait, stop. Leave everything where it is. Let's do it over. Because I remember, I think it was what was her name? Luann. That we had on the show. She was on Real Housewives of New York, and she told us that there were times, I thought she said that they said stop, but she didn't explain more, but I think they have you kind of pause in place so they could then pick up, you know, whatever that they're filming. And if you watch these shows, what's interesting, because it is like filmed in parts but still happening at the same time, you'll notice the drink is getting lower and lower. You know, it started off like they start off arguing with the
viewer
with the full glass, and now it's halfway
full. There's a jump cut, and it's down to there.
You're like, what happened?
Interesting.
So yeah, I am a fan of reality TV. So
another thing making waves today, Ariana Grande.
Yeah, I think it's the ticket prices. She's going on tour, and I really think the ticket prices is what really stunned me. She's going to kick off her tour June of 2026. Do you like Ariana Grande?
You know what? I don't know. I didn't know a thing about Ariana Grande until
Pete Davidson, or
no, when Wicked. Oh, Pete Davidson. I did read about that.
Yeah.
I did read about that. But we loved Wicked in our house.
I loved Wicked.
It was so good, and
it was wicked good.
You know, good call.
I couldn't.
But I knew she's got talent.
Yeah.
Of course, right? But like, I had never seen her perform until I actually saw her performance in that movie,
Yeah,
and I thought it was fantastic. I thought she was so good.
I thought she was good. I always knew she was good, but then she performed, I believe it was at the funeral of Aretha Franklin.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, oh my goodness. And this little body is this huge voice. And I was always a fan of her perfume line. She has a perfume line that is really like whimsical smells and whatnot. And so I was always a fan of that. And then I got more into her music. The girl is talented. Very talented.
And this is reflected in her ticket prices,
I guess. So these tickets are going from anywhere as low as, and I don't consider this low at all, $580 to $10,000. I'm guessing, now listen, I haven't looked this part up about the $10,000, but I'm guessing that's a fan experience.
Yeah.
I would guess that you're like really close to the stage. Maybe you get some swag with that. Right. I know a lot of artists are doing that, but come on, I'm wondering, is this what happens after it hits the market? And then, people put it on the secondary market.
Unbelievable.
That is a lot. The average person can't go to her show.
Because StubHub is the one listing those. So Ticketmaster is one thing. StubHub is the resales.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
But it looks like Chicago made the list.
It's on the list. August 3rd and August 5th of next summer. I'll be there, but if I get there.
Will you be there?
If I would love to go.
Your husband.
But I'm not paying that.
Likes to
surprise. But don't surprise me by spending this kind of money. This is ridiculous. No, seriously, if I can't get a ticket for at least, I guess the average tickets now are what, $200 for some of these artists?
Yeah.
On the low end, which is still high.
For sure.
If I can't get a ticket at that price, I won't be there. Maybe I'll stand outside of the stadium to watch.
Yeah, I have been mouth on the floor, like jaw on the floor for ticket prices for all kinds of live events.
Yeah.
Theo, my oldest, but he's 9, huge Bears fan, and I really do feel like for the fam to go out and watch the game. That's not a 3-digit experience.
It's a lot of money.
There's no chance you're taking a family to the Bears game and back with the whole parking, tickets, food, and everything. That's not in the 3 digits. That is well into the 4 digits.
It is.
If you're going to do the whole thing a day, and think about that.
That's a lot of money, and you're already paying at the grocery store. Yeah. We just told you about your electric bill. So when do you get a break? And at $580, can you even go with somebody else?
There you go.
Probably not.
How much do you like Ariana Grande?
I like her, but I don't know if I like her.
Another hot ticket to talk about as well, the FIFA World Cup.
Yes.
2026. It's already here. It's nice that there's a kind of a rotation between the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, the Summer Games, and then the World Cup. These things that come around every 4 years. So there's something like every year. Next year, World Cup's going to be the largest in history, 16 different cities.
This is impressive, but I'm not surprised because there are so many soccer fans or football fans all across the world. Yes, all across the world. So I don't think I'm surprised by this. I think it's a sport that has expanded. Your mouth is open, so tell me what you see.
Because I'm looking. Okay. The reason my jaw hit the floor there is because for the final game, and now I'm realizing final match, that's $6,700, and actually compared to Ariana Grande, that's a bargain. Earlier tournament, like early round matches, $60. Hey, now we're in range of what a ticket for a live event should talk to. Group stage, $60. That's doable.
Yeah.
That's doable.
That's doable with multiple people.
I wonder though because years ago, and we're talking early 90s, you probably weren't even born yet, Tia.
I was born.
It's just a child.
I'm an old lady.
No. But 94, I want to say, Soldier Field. There were a couple games in the U.S., and I remember Soldier Field made the list, a very big deal. I wonder if, I probably would have heard about it by now, being in the news and all, but so I'm seeing New Jersey. The final match is going to be at MetLife Stadium in Jersey. I wonder if we could Google real quick whether Chicago's on the list of cities, because it's 16
Here's what's interesting, though. If you don't want to pay the prices, we got you covered. The World Cup will air on Fox. So that's a plus, right? If you don't have the money, don't worry. We'll cover it on Fox.
We did a survey, the Mega Poll, the other day on the morning show before your shift. was, where's your favorite place? Where is your favorite place to watch the Bears?
And what did people
Couch was like 81% said the couch. And I like to zone in, get my food, get my beverages, and like really lock into the game. So I'll be watching on Fox.
Well, I understand that because part of the thrill, I guess, of watching at home too is they show you the replays.
Right.
So like you're talking to so-and-so next to you, the next thing you know, you missed the play. At home, you can watch it in live action. It's over.
It's gone.
You know?
You can see some of it on the Jumbotron.
On the Jumbotron,
I was saying though, I get so much more nervous when I'm watching it on the couch on TV, and I can hear the commentators and watch those replays and see the those close-up replays where you're like, was his foot on the line or not?
Yeah.
Whereas in person, there's so much stimulus that I don't even. I have a hard time zeroing in on the game itself.
What did you think about the Bears? Speaking of the Bears.
Oh man. I'm going to stay kind of cautiously optimistic. I was kind of in the they're going to go 9-8 camp on the year, and which I think is kind of cautiously optimistic. Now I'm like, okay, it's going to be 8-9. They're going to go 8-9. That's what about you?
I was going to say they may lose four. I was being very optimistic.
You are.
I was going to say 4 games. I was going to say 4 games.
That would be a
but now I don't know.
Season.
Yeah, I don't know now. I should probably take that back. So yeah. Okay, we got to talk about Hilary Duff. We haven't heard this name, I don't think in a while, at least when it comes to music. She's going back to music. This is after 10 years. She revealed on September 9th that she was returning to music for the first time in an entire decade. We know her as acting. I do remember her just a little bit of singing. But I guess if you're multi-talented like that, you may as well.
Some people hog all the talent.
Yeah, they do, like you, Anthony Ponce.
Not true.
You're into music too?
Not true. You're using that word generously.
It's true though.
Generously. I mean, my parents, yes, they made us take piano through high school. Tia, I heard you singing live.
Decent.
How often do you bust out into song on this show? Because I was co-hosting with you the other day, and it was beautiful.
I don't know. I mean, every now and then, but I bust out in song every day. Every day. I think some things in life make you want to sing. Either for good reasons or bad reasons. And maybe that's what Hilary Duff
is on the wall in your car on the way home.
Oh man, I'd be talking to all the drivers that are driving me crazy. So what's interesting is she has signed with Atlantic Records. That's a big deal, and will release a new docuseries because that's what dreams are made of. And this is directed by Sam Wrench. I'm really interested to see when this album that she's gonna make will come out. And I don't know, like, I'm not being mean when I ask this question, but it seems like a lot of the artists from when we were younger are coming back to do stuff, and some of them it's not always gravitated towards. Some of them.
Yeah, it can be hit or miss.
Yeah, it can be hit or miss.
Unless you're Taylor Swift and Beyonce.
Yeah, like those people, right.
In that case, it's just like, let's print some, should we go print some more money?
Yeah, that's what
print some more money?
Right, and people shell out the cost for the tickets.
And yeah, so start saving up. Yeah, Hilary Duff, Ariana Grande, the World Cup. The list goes on.
Yeah, and you can watch The Bachelorette for free.
Yeah.
So